Dear students, we are going to continue with the last theorem that we have started. So in the last class we have proved that L of S is a subspace of V. In today's class we are going to prove that L of S is the smallest subspace of V containing S. Now what is the meaning of this? So I will draw a diagram over here so that the idea will be clear. So this is our vector space V, let us say, and S will be somewhere here. Let us say this is our set S. Take a note that our set S is nothing but what? It is containing the vectors V1, V2 up to Vn, and our L of S is nothing but maybe a black pen. Yes, so this is our L of S. Yeah, this is our L of S. So it is very clear that S is a subset of L of S, no issues with that. Let me write it here. We know our L of S is nothing but set of all alpha 1 V1. Now as I told you before, L of S contains finite linear combinations of the vectors V1, V2 up to Vn. So in fact all possible finite linear combinations. So if I choose some values of alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha n, in fact if you choose any values of alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha n, still whatever vector you get, that vector will lie in L of S. So in particular, if I choose my alpha 1 to be 1, let us say, and rest of the alphas to be 0, then one can easily see that you will get V1, right? Thus V1 is there in L of S. Similarly, if I take alpha 1 to be 0 and alpha 2 to be 1, and similarly rest of the alphas to be equal to 0, then we can see that V2 is there in L of S. Similarly, we can show that V3, V4 up to Vn, all these vectors are there in L of S, and thus S is a subset of L of S. So I will write here, each Vi belongs to L of S for I is varying from 1 to n. Yes. So therefore I can conclude that S is a subset of L of S. Now we have to show that this L of S is a smallest subspace of V containing S. So the meaning is, if I take any other subspace of V containing S, this is important, because what is the statement saying? It is the smallest subspace of V containing S. So if I take any other subspace of V containing S, then what should happen? That W, I am calling that subspace as W, that subspace will be bigger than L of S. Or in other words, if you take any other subspace, let us say W containing S, then this L of S will be smaller than that W. Now whenever I say smaller, it means that L of S will be a subset of W, and whenever I say that W is bigger, it means what? Yeah, the same thing, right? L of S is a subset of W. So let us prove it. So what I will do is, I will take any arbitrary subspace W containing S, and we will prove that L of S is a subset of W. Now in order to prove L of S is a subset of W, we will start with the element of L of S, and we will prove that that element belongs to W. So let us start. Okay. So note that this alpha 1 and alpha 2 up to alpha n are some real numbers. Now see how to show that this Y belongs to W. I hope you understood why Y is of this form, because any element of L of S is nothing but a linear combination of V1, V2 up to Vn, and thus I have taken Y equal to somewhat like this. You can use some another notation as well, like beta 1 V1 plus beta 2 V2, or you can even use gammas for real numbers, that is immaterial. Now I will say, as S is a subset of W, okay, because we have said that W is containing S. So therefore each this V1, V2 up to Vn will belong to W. But since W is a subspace, it is closed under scalar multiplication, right? So thus alpha 1 multiplied by V1, alpha 2 multiplied by V2 and alpha n multiplied by Vn will also belong to W. But since W is a subspace, it is closed under addition as well. Therefore, the sum of all these elements will also lie in W. Now, why I have taken the coefficient of V1 to be alpha 1 only? Because since V1 is an element of W, I mean any real number multiplied by V1 will belong to W. Okay. Similarly, any real number multiplied by V2 will also belong to W. But what I actually want is, since I have taken this notation as a element of L of S, so I naturally want that this sum should belong to W, right? And thus you can see that in the first term the coefficient of V1 is alpha 1. Okay, so that element is important to me. Similarly, this alpha 2, V2 and so on. Thus whatever real numbers I have chosen here, they are from here only. That is the reason, because we have to show that this Y belongs to W. And next thing is simple, so therefore I will say, and therefore Y belongs to W, and therefore we can say that L of S is a subset of W. And therefore, what is our conclusion? Therefore, L of S is the smallest subspace of V containing S. So, we will stop here. Thank you.